So as Mother Nature slowly loosens her winter grip on the Yukon, it's time to get out bison hunting. There's obviously some large groups here because some of those hillsides are just pounded right out. So things have started to heat up. We've got a really good bull on the side of the hill. He just needs to take a few steps out to his right. So as Mother Nature slowly loosens her winter grip on the Yukon and the sun starts to return, it really signals to me that it's time to get out bison hunting. That's what we're going to try to spend a lot of our time hunting high, but as hunting goes, you have to pursue the game where they are, and if we don't find anything high, we'll probably have to move down into the valleys, down into the timber, into the river drainages, and we'll do our best to figure it all out. It's deep! Ooh. Note to self, speed. It's not the first time. Well, it is the first time, but I feel it won't be the last. Well, it's one way to get warmed up. All right. So the daylight might be longer, but it certainly feels like it's full-on winter up here. It's just really cold, and any little bit of wind up on the top here, it just bites right into you. So obviously it's the same thing with the bison. They're not up here. Generally speaking, this time of year, if the high tops of the mountains are wind-blown, we can find bison up top, but I've not seen anything all day. And we've been kind of cruising the tops for the better part of the day. So we're probably going to drop down into, little higher plateaus and just out of the wind, and maybe we'll find some bison down a little bit lower. So anytime you're hunting in the mountains, you're always looking for an elevated position. So it doesn't really matter whether it's sheep hunting or bison hunting. So hike up to the top here and see what we can see. Well, it's pretty wild when the first thing you see is a sheep. See, we dropped off the tops of the mountains, and now there's a bit of timber around, so I think we're getting closer to the right elevation. So yeah, just start to glass, pick things apart, and eventually we'll find something. Had to drop the skimmer down at the bottom, break a trail up here, because I want to get back up high after dropping off of that mountain to the west, but I want to get up a little bit more elevation because it's opening up really nice up here, and I'm sure that there's bison around. There's bison sign everywhere. There's actually some fresh tracks right here, so we're in the right spot. I think we have about half a dozen or so rams right here. It's pretty darn cool to be out bison hunting and running into sheep. I haven't seen any bison, but I've seen more sheep than bison. That's a unique experience because it's not every day that you're out hunting in the winter and get to come across sheep. So 5 rams, 3 legal, under 100 yards. It's pretty special. It was really neat. But we're not looking for sheep, we're looking for bison, and the sun is starting to go down. So we gotta drop back down into the valley, pick our stuff up, and find ourselves a place to camp for the night. So this morning we're gonna get back up high. The day seems to be really opening up. It was a little cloudy first thing, but the sun's now starting to bust through. We're just gonna continue on back the same trail that we did last night and then get up top and head over to another basin. But once we get up top, we'll stop and obviously make sure that I check this area out really well again. So beautiful day. There's no wind down here, so it's actually really, really nice. So last night, putting this track up the mountain was such a great idea. You know, you dump the skimmer and you just rip up here, lay a track, put the foundation in, because 12 hours later, it's just rock solid. And that's, you know, the temperature that it was got down to last night really helps with that. But, you know, if otherwise you're fighting, trying to get up the mountain with a skimmer on the back, you know, through this powder, and it's way more challenging. So we'll get up to the top of the mountain here now, we'll glass around, and hopefully we can see something in here a day later. Otherwise we'll go over top and check out another plateau and another basin over there. A lot of tracks in this valley. I can see where the bison have been working that hillside over there, but I'm not picking anything up. There's obviously some large groups here because some of those hillsides are just pounded right out. So they're in here. It's just a matter of either finding them or having to move on. There's a lot of tracks down in this valley, but I'm just not seeing anything. Other than way that way, I see 9. I think it's a group of, just a mixed group. And generally speaking, I'm looking for groups of, you know, smaller groups of just bulls. So I'm just gonna kind of keep picking them apart and hopefully something walks out of the trees. Up on the mountain here for about 3 hours now, and I'm just not seeing anything. So I'm just gonna drop down into the valley. There's all kinds of tracks there. Maybe you'll cut something fresh and, you know, move something up and out of the valley. We can always work our way down there toward that group of cows and calves. I think that's what it is, but you never know. There could be a bull in there, but it's just a matter of just keep going and keep covering country.